Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Zach here. So lately I've been getting a lot of questions on my social media about MEPS, Military Entrance Processing Station, just like my experience going there and like what to expect, how to prepare. And so I figured I'd just make a quick YouTube video, just kind of like the whole rundown of like what to expect and how you should prepare for that. So, as a lot of you already know, I was in the military for 7 years. I served in the Air Force and the Army, and I switched to the Army when I was 21. So, 17 years old, joined the Air Force, switched to the Army when I was 21. So, I've been to MEPS twice, and so it doesn't really matter what job you picked or what branch you're going to go in or what your recruiter, who your recruiter is. It's all the same from my experience and what I saw. So pretty much they're gonna send you to a hotel, and it's usually a pretty nice hotel the night before. So you're gonna go to a hotel. I stayed at like the Marriott in Seattle, and they'll tell you, your recruiter will tell you to just be chill that night. Don't go out. Don't like, obviously just be chill, go to bed early, and just because you got to be up stupid early for this, all your medical stuff. Like you'll get up at like, I think 4:30 a.m. and you'll have to meet down in the lobby in the hotel, and they'll give you free breakfast, which was kind of cool. And but yeah, the night before you pretty much you get assigned a roommate. It'll be two people per hotel room, and I got paired with this one dude. He had like a Russian accent, just a real big dude. He was kind of a little weird. Like I didn't really get like a good feel on him. I couldn't really tell like if he was cool or not. So I didn't really talk to him, and I kind of just like laid in my bed with the covers over my head and just kind of like. And he was on the phone too, like till like 2 in the morning, like in the bathroom talking to people. And I'm like, bro, like we got to get up pretty early. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But anyways, hopefully your experience is a little better. Hopefully you get someone pretty chill. But yeah, so the night before, no swimming, no going in the pool, hot tub, no drinking, no having friends come over, none of that bullshit. Me personally, I was only 17 years old, so my parents drove me there, and they actually stayed. They got a room in the Marriott too, and we hung out the night before. And I did go in the pool in the hot tub. I wasn't supposed to, but I did go swimming, and I didn't really get in trouble. Nothing happened. But most of you aren't going to have that kind of experience where your parents are there with you. But and the reason they tell you not to go into the pool is because the next day you have to take a hearing exam, and supposedly if you swim, you get the water stuck in your ears. It can mess with your hearing exam, and you could fail. But just don't swim. Just take it from my experience. Don't swim, especially if you're joining like the Marines or the Army or some psycho fucking recruiters. Some of them are pretty crazy. They might get hella mad if they find out you did that. I started off in the Air Force, and so my recruiter, Air Force, pretty chill. But anyways, the second time I went to MEPS, the night before in the hotel, they sent me to a different MEPS. They sent me to Portland, and I met this girl who was joining the Navy, and her and I really clicked and vibed, and we were chilling till like 1 in the morning, which was stupid. Like I shouldn't have been out that late hanging out with some girl. Like when you go to MEPS, you're there for one reason: pass MEPS, get into the military. This isn't a social gathering or trying to pick up girls or anything like that. Like luckily I didn't do anything with her. Like even though the vibe was there, that might have complicated things even more. But we were out hella late, just walking around the hotel and just like vibing, and which was stupid because we had to be up at in like 3 hours. So my point is, don't do that. There's gonna be girls there. They're gonna be young. They're gonna be ready to explore the world, and this isn't a social gathering. Just do your thing. Be professional. Go to your room. Go to bed. Get up early. So that's my advice there in that category. So anyways, the next morning you'll get up early, like I said, like 5 o'clock in the morning. Go downstairs. They'll give you free breakfast, which is pretty cool at the hotel, and you'll all get on a bus together, and then you'll drive to the entrance, the MEPS building, which is like usually within a couple miles, and you'll have all your paperwork that you get beforehand from like your recruiter and stuff, and then you'll start going through just you'll all get in lines and you'll start going through every medical station you have to go through. There's like hearing, vision. Um, there's a part where the doctor has to see you one-on-one, and he'll have to just ask you some questions. You have to do a questionnaire. And then there's one part where you go into a room with a whole bunch of other males. Like if you're a male, you'll go into a room with a whole bunch of males. They'll strip you down to just your underwear, and you have to do some exercises. So it's like they're all pretty easy as long as you're not like fat and fucking out of shape. It's really easy. The hardest one is you have to do a duck walk. A lot of people worry about the duck walk, like, oh, it's hard. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. But just Google the duck walk or YouTube it, and you'll see it's really not that hard. You gotta do that. So you'll do a whole bunch of exercises with a whole bunch of other naked dudes, and after you do that, you'll take a drug test, pee in a cup, and they'll line you up. How they did it with me is they'll line you up like in the urinals, and they'll all have you just pee at the same time to like a cup. And so make sure you drink a lot of water that morning, and don't go to the bathroom. Like if you have to go in the morning, like before you get there, just try to hold it for that, so you don't have to like, retake the test. Like you can't go, because that actually happened to me. Like I couldn't go to the bathroom because I didn't have to go, and I was kind of nervous too. I was like, I've never done a drug test before. Like fuck, like these guys next to me are looking at my dick. But yeah, I just drank a shitload of water, and then like I could go the next time. But yeah, anyway, so you'll do that, and then once you pass everything, if there's no hiccups, pass everything, hearing test, you'll be done. The whole process takes like 2 to 3 hours, and then you're done, and then like you're actually free, like literally to go home until your recruiter tells you what you have to do next or whatever. So yeah, my parents picked me up straight from MEPS, and we just dipped out. It was pretty chill. One of my buddies went to MEPS and he failed the hearing test because he had wax in his ears or some shit. So like he had to go back to MEPS after he got his ears cleaned out and retake the hearing test, and then he passed it. But like everything there is not that hard as long as you're decently healthy and not like a sloth and out of shape. But yeah, so yeah guys, this was my experience at MEPS. Every experience differs, so let me know how your experience goes, and if you have any questions about what to expect, how to prepare, just DM me or email me, message me on my Instagram. I'll link that. And yeah guys, it's not too hard. Don't sweat it, and I'll be coming out with more videos on what to expect in boot camp, how to prepare for that, and just all kinds of military type videos for you guys. So yeah, keep it real.